Right. This is the second attempt. Hopefully, this will work. Right. Have I got moved? Right, that seems to be working. That seems to be working. Okay, right. This is just annoying me now. I do apologise for earlier. My streaming software decided to have a tantrum on me, and my sound was not working. So I was not having a good... It was not playing ball. So if Christine could tell me if the sound's working a bit better now, that would be great, because it was really winding me up. Hopefully that will work. Right. Ah, yes. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Right. Okie dokie. Right. I'm done with that stamp now, so I can put that away. And I was going to say, the reason I used copper is because it really goes well with that petal pink and brings it out and just picks out the thing. It really... It's really put me off that now. I think it's just going to be one of those days. You know? One of those days where things just go completely wrong and decide to not cooperate at all. Right. Don't worry about the slight halos, because there's going to be stuff going over this. I just want a slight echo behind the sentiment, especially for the green one, because I'm going to be layering these little gorgeous little die cuts, if I can pick it up. If I can pick it up over that, so the leaves will just poke out from behind. But we'll worry about that another time. Let's just get this stamping done. Annoyed me now. Right, okay. Oh, I love the dies. They cut really well as well. Absolutely fabulous. Right, what we want, if I can find my cloth. Oh, it's right in front of me. I spent 20 minutes looking for that, gave up, got some tissue, and I've just found my stamp cleaning cloth. It's always the way, isn't it? Right. As I said before, I'm going to be making card boxes for these, and then just so that I can decorate them up and sort of put them together as a set. So what I really want is a cluster in the green, and I'm going to use the smaller flower in the other colours. sort of poking in from the outside. Okie dokie. Can everyone see that? Okie. I need quite a large stamp block for this one. I don't think that one's going to fit. It's on the off chance. Let's see if I can find it. Is this going to fit? That is the question. Ah! Short answer is no. It's a good thing I've got this one. Because that would have been annoying. And actually, I think I want those in the petal pink. I do want those in the petal pink. Where's my petal pink gone? Let's put that away before I lean in it. Right, get that good and coated. Get my mouse out of the way. Because what I want to do is fit this so it's poking through behind the cluster. Turn the paper. Ian's my upline, and I'm in Northamptonshire, deepest, darkest Northamptonshire, a tiny little market town called Wellingborough. I'm willing to take you on, so if you really, it doesn't really matter so much these days, but I suppose it's nice to know that your upline is fairly close to you. But if Christine wants me as her upline, I'm more than happy to help out. More than happy. To have a little team. I've got a bit of a halo on that one, but don't worry, I'm going to stick a leaf on it. I'm going to put that to one side for the moment, and I'm going to leaves on. And I've just put my thumb in my ink. Why am I picking that one up? I want that one. I'm having one of those days, but I'm determined to brave it out. Determined to brave it out. So, because this is, I've got the darker green flowers in the foreground. I really want the lighter leaves to give it a little bit of depth there, and just cover up the base of those stems. Just so they're not showing through completely. I might put some darker ones in front. But it's more to create an idea of depth than anything else. And I've got another halo there. Never mind. Let's just tuck that there. That won't matter. I'm getting halos all over the place now. That's not good. I don't have any other people in my team. In fact, Christine, I'm more than happy to go at your own pace. I'm not going to be pushing anyone to make sales or anything like that. I'm just going to be here to help people who want to do it themselves. So I'm not going to be on anyone's case. This is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. Right. I think I'll use the other leaf. If I got. Oh, I need longer arms. So if you want to message me later on after this video, we'll talk about joining up. It's entirely up to you, and I'll help you get the ball rolling. Because I'm part of I'm Ian's downline, but he's got people above the line, so and if I can take some of the pressure off Ian, then that would be fabulous. Right. Quickly hide that halo, because that's annoyed me. This is why you don't rock your stamp block, because you end up with blobs. That's annoying. Right. Okie dokie. That's my cluster of green. Okie dokie. What do I want? I want that. Yeah, I think I want that in the Blushing Bride, because those, oh. Oh, it sounds like there is a boy home. Right, so I just want to quickly pop some more. Just a hint behind. This is why I'll do it in a mixture. This is why you do it in a mixture of, and you close your stamp pads before you start on another. Yeah, that's why you close your stamp pads before you start on another colour. Well, it's more that you can use other manufacturers, you just can't gain, you know, you're not really promoting them. You can't say, like, if I was using the copper embossing powder that Stampin' Up don't sell, I can't make money from that. I'm not promoting the product, I'm promoting the stamps that I'm using. It's just a case of you're trying to sell Stampin' Up products. It's more to prevent a conflict of interest than you can only use our stuff. Right, what was I doing? I think the supporting demonstrator is like where one person is doing the majority of the sales and the promo for it, and the other person's coming up with the ideas and making the cards and things. Yeah, this it's not like you're Stampin' Up demonstrator and you can only buy Stampin' Up products from now on. You can play with as much as you want from wherever. And my son's just brought me another cup of tea. Come on, Oscar. Ozzy. Thank you, Oscar. Ooh. Before I put a wet cup of coffee on my desk. Isn't that sweet? Comes home from school and makes his old mum a cuppa. Oh, I've got that boy so well trained. I mean, Gaynor does use other companies' products, but whether she gets commission from that is another matter. Right, what am I doing next? So I've got that one, I've got that one. I want that one. I want that one. Trying not to put my thumb in the ink pad again. Sit that behind there. Just tuck that in there. Oh, that's so cute. Right, so I've got Blushing Bride and Pear Pizzazz, the smaller flowers around the larger cluster. Just to provide a central piece. And it builds up a little bit of depth, if you know what I mean. Right, I think this needs some stuff around the edges now. Okay, so I'm going to quickly put the lid on that because I want the old olive again, and if I don't put lids on things I stamp in the wrong pad because I'm having one of those days. Yep, I'm having one of those days. Right. What I want to do is this, stamp to that side, fill in the blank, fill in the blank. Because you don't want to stamp off, and you certainly don't want a white border, so you need to make sure you're stamping off the edge of the page. I know it sounds a bit like counterintuitive, but it does make sense. So we want plenty of these. Sort of popping out from behind the edges, and then we can up. There we go. I think that's about enough green at the moment. Yeah. Certainly enough of that stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that stamp away now before I lose it, which is usually what happens when you don't put your stamps away. Right. Okie dokie, next one, I think we'll do some more in the Petal pink with the big one. And the reason it's difficult is because you're providing on top of what you're doing, you're sort of tutoring someone else and providing a level of business support, which can be time consuming depending on the what they want to do. I tend to leave Ian alone and get on with it. I as a downline, I tend to just leave Ian in peace and don't pester him that much. Unless you count the ongoing stream of craft projects It's entirely up to you who you sign up for, my lovely. There's no pressure. If you know them, you know them. No, they're not telling you they're not worth the effort. They're saying that they've probably got a lot of other stuff on their plate as well. Because as a demonstrator, you don't necessarily know how many other people they've got under them. And but like I said, I'm more than happy to take people on and provide support and info and help, because I've had help from Ian and I've had help from Ruth, and it's a matter of paying it forwards. You know, it's I think I'm going to stick that there, so it's providing a bit of a frame. Right. Oh, I love that green and the peach together. It's just so pretty. And these distinctive stamps are gorgeous. Just, oh. Excuse me, paper dust. Let's have a swig of the old coffee, the hot one that my son just brought me. Because I've got that boy well trained. Right, we need some more Blushing Bride in that, because it's looking a little bit yeah, I can understand that. But again, Paul and Christy, Paul and Gaynor are also going through a bit of a family bereavement at the moment, so it could be something to do with taking stock and just chilling, because I know after my dad died 3 years ago, I just turned everything off and stepped back. So it could have a lot to do with that. So it's probably not personal. It's just they've got a lot of stuff on at the moment. But like I said, I'm more than happy to take on team members. Right, we need some Blushing Bride in this. It's looking a little bit orange. We need to pink it up a bit. There's a gap. I'll stick that in there. Right, okay. So we've got a central cluster with, oh, these flowers are just so luscious. You know what it reminds me of? Those Laura Ashley prints and stuff with really posh curtains. So we've got some blue. And I'm going to start calling this the Laura Ashley set now. I know it. Because my memory at the moment is just appalling. Right, okie dokie. I think needs a bit more behind that leaf there. Yeah. There we go. Right, let's get some leaves and some other texture in there. And then we can set to and actually... Ugh. Which one did I use for which? Oh, never mind. I'm just going to pop some leaves in. Move it so I can actually see. Oh, I've got a halo. Oh, don't worry, I'll stick something on it. Ink splodges like that, don't worry about it. You can always stick something shiny on it and no one will know. Right. Okay, I think we need some more. I'm going to quickly correct a little bit of that. And then I'll put the Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to put the lighter leaves behind the pink flowers, I think. But I need... yeah, I think that will do there. What I want is... right, lid on the... yeah, I understand where you're coming from, because it's a lot of... you've put a lot of time and dedication into... but it's really... I mean, I couldn't comment on their reasons, Christine, but it's... but they have had a lot on. So it could well be something to do with they're taking stock and dealing with a family and dealing with that family bereavement rather than anything else. Right, there's more. Let's sit there. Oh, I keep getting halos. I think I must be on the edge of the mat or something. Right. The next step, it still needs a tiny bit of texture in those white areas. So that's where the slate grey comes in. And I'm going to use the little dotty stamp. Just put my leaves away before I lose them. What did I do with the other leaf? There it is. Ah, right. Yeah, right, so just a tiny bit of slate grey. This will help cover up those tiny little blips that I made around the on the halos. Because those are annoying. Just like surround the pink flowers a bit, help bring them up. Right, I'm going to pop that. What's the best way to do that? I think I'll just stick it in there. Yeah. Love this little texture stamp. It's really good for small areas. Ooh. Right, so tiny little bit of grey texture. It's just a matter of filling large blank areas with subtle hints of texture rather than just trying to go all over. Don't be afraid of white space, but sometimes it needs a little bit of a pick me up and a zhuzh. So I'm going to stick one in there just to lighten that up, and there we go. Right, I think that's pretty much ready to chop up now. So I'm going to put my stamps away and clean the ink off my fingers. Because I'm terrible Right, that one can go back on the shelf now that we've actually used the stamp out of it and get it out of my way. And my box away there. Die set can go away. What did I do with that? Tasteful touches. There we are. That can go with it. Right. Now I've dealt with the stamp one. Excuse my clattering, people. I just have a limited workspace and I seem to be filling it up. Right, and I need the space to get my trimmer out and start making that card. Oh, come on. I need longer arms. Oh, there we go. Longer arms. Need longer days. Okie dokie. Right, so we're using these mats are cut to 4.25 by 4.25, so they sit nicely on the card blank. So what we want to do is cut these down to 4x4 squares. I want 2 of those. Come on. I want 2 of those, so we can just chop that off there. Easily done. Right, move that to one side. Trying not to knock coffee all over the place. Right. How am I doing in that glue? That's it. We get your glue. Not too much, because otherwise you could log the paper or get giant splodges everywhere. So, what we want to do is pop this nice and centrally in the middle of the mat, there. Oh, that's just so lush. So that gives you a bit of a textured background and helps the actual stamping to stand out a bit. So I think what we want to focus on is the green and bring that out. So you want your card blank. I'm dropping stuff everywhere, Ian. No, no. Because I'm gonna quick, because this video is getting for nearly an hour, and then ooh, yeah, we want that at the top. So depending on which way round you want the card to be, pick what, and bearing in mind where your sentiment card is going to be, because that's quite big. splogging it everywhere. Okay, so that stood out. What we want is, I think I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. Oh no. Yeah, just to help it stand up a bit. If I can find where I left them. Do I want the thick ones though? No. See, I put things away and then I still can't find them. Unravelling tape. I'd already got them out. Yeah, so we're going to be putting these up on that on dimensionals so that it sticks, and then this is just a quick and easy last punch attempt, and then I'll sign off because I do now have boyos home and have to go off and see to them. Right, so I want that as close to the edge as I can get it. And I want the same on the other side. Oh, it's come unglued. Why is it come unglued at that corner? I'm going to use that as a weight. There we go. That's stuck. Okay. Today's been one of those days where technology and stuff is just not happening. But there we go. Right. We want that to sort of follow the edge of the sentiment thing, and then trying not to get glue everywhere. I put that up like that. Or what I might do is pop it in the middle like that and stand it up. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do with this one. But sure I've got these embellishments good and stuck behind to create a sort of spray. Behind the sentiment, and then see, doing it like that, popping it up on dimensionals, just to give it some depth. Okie dokie. I was sure I had another one of those. I know I cut 6. Where did the other one go? Oh, right. Okay. Oh dear, I dripped. So, gonna pop 1 behind and 2 over the top, and then to cover the ends of the stems, what I'm just going to do is pop a little gem or something. Oh, don't stick to me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll stick 2 there. Pop a little gem on the corner. That gives us a 5. See, when you're working with embellishments, what you need to keep in mind is odd numbers. So you've got your central point, and then you work out from there, and you work in slight triangles. Right, okie dokie. I think that will be sufficient to pop on now. What I'm going to have to do is get some foam strips. So you can also get them from Stampin' Up, and there we go. do a box at a later date, and then I'll pop some pictures up. Right. Ooh, eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, I'm going to cover that stray leaf, but I want to sit nice and centrally. There we go. So, what we need now is something with a bit of twinkle. Definitely needs some twinkle. I'm thinking, who doesn't love a few pearls? Because they're gorgeous. Right. We want one on those stems. We want one on those ones. And possibly one in the middle there. Yeah. Ah! It's stuck to my finger. Pop that there. So it formed a very slight triangle. And still needs to twinkle, so I'm going to put a bit more up. These gold, I love these pale gold gems I found. So pretty. And they go with everything. So, got a slight halo there. Put one there underneath that pearl. In that gap. And then I think I'll pop another one in. Oh! Come on, don't stick to my finger. There. Yeah. Just to guide the eye to. There we go. And we have one of what will be a set of 4 stamps, thank you cards in a gorgeous little box, similar to this. I did 2 boxes of this sort in a previous video a couple of days ago, and what I've done for this is I've got the scale. Now to fit 4 of these cards in, you need to make sure that they are at least 1.5 inches deep to make space for your embellishments and anything else. Otherwise you're going to get squashed cards. And this one for 4x4 cards and envelopes, I've actually made it 4.5 wide by 4.5 wide. For a 5x5 card you need to make it again add another 1/2 inch to the depth, to the breadth there. That will still need to be 1.5 inches wide. If you look through my previous videos, you'll see I made a tiny little dice box on a 3x3x1 scale, and I've just beefed it up. Anyway, if you found anything in this video helpful, like giving you some ideas, give the video a like. Feel free to ask me any questions. Again, I'd be happy to have you on my, as I was saying to Christine earlier, that I'd be happy to have you on my team. It's it's a fun thing to be. I love being a demonstrator. I'm so glad I signed up for it. But I wouldn't like to tell people that it's an easy thing to do, because there are certain things you can do, or you can just sign up for the discount. But if you do sign up as a demonstrator, people may well be coming to you for support and things like that. So anyway, if you want to, you can use my social links in the bottom of the description box. Contact me and I'll send you the relevant details. Okie dokie, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Happy crafting, and if you've got any questions, feel free to come and ask.